Here's what's happening at Ewetopia Farms today.
I swear that the sheep actually find comfort in the bale. So we're going to use this for baling all fall, right into Christmas probably. But isn't that a beautiful crop of feed? Cutting a crop like this is extremely satisfying. So much hardship with farming, but this is extremely satisfying. By the end of August, probably we'll cut another cut off it.
Let's get started.
So that's my neighbor's house in there. This is my last day doing dry bales. It's in the little field in front of his house. I must have got 30 to 40 dry bales here. Real nice hay. So that's it for the first cut. So I'm thinking we got a couple bad days here where we might have some bad weather coming in. So we're going to wait that out, and the humidity is supposed to go away. And right after that, I got 25 acres of straight alfalfa to cut down. Well, it's not straight alfalfa, it's almost straight alfalfa. Knee high. So on that note, I'm going to head home. This is a cloudy day today, and you can see the sheep in the fields there. We actually just mowed down the tops of this old hay for bedding. So we're just going to use that for bedding. And I want to point something out here. You see how all the sheep are up there grazing? You have a couple there. You have a couple over there. And you have two way back there. I swear that the sheep actually find comfort in the bales. They must think it's other sheep. And most of the time they don't spread out that much. And you can see them way back there. They were way back there too. Just wanted to point that out. But anyways, yeah, it's just an old hay field. So they've been, you can see they've been pooing in here. And it's just an old grass field. There's not much, there's no alfalfa left in here. This hasn't been seeded down for years. So we just took off the tops where all the seeds are, and this will regrow when we get some rain. It'll all green up. That's what we're doing today. We're expecting rain tonight, so I want to get all these bales in under the cover. So all these bales are just going to be bedding. And you can see I'm just using them for bedding. They're nothing fancy, just some old hay gone to seed. I'm thinking a lot of farmers would probably feed that, but we don't have to feed that. So there you can see some old grass there, it's gone to seed. So we're just picking that up today. And I hope to have them all home by tonight and covered up before it rains. So today's the last humid day, and then tomorrow the humidity is supposed to be gone, and we're probably going to be cutting second cut of alfalfa tomorrow. So, got them all home. I'm going to get them stacked away. They're saying there's a high possibility of bad weather tonight, so I'm just going to put this sheep away for a second. Actually, I think I'll just leave her. I think this is Lynn's pet, so the problem is she doesn't have any water here. Yeah, maybe I should put her away for a second. Come on, girl. I'm pretty sure this is Lynn's pet. One of Lynn's pets. Hey, girl. Come on, you probably want a drink, eh? Come on, let's go to the back to the back here. Come on. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on. Shh. Gotta get rid of that wool coat. Hey? Come on. A little more. Shh, 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 shh. No, don't go in the field. Come on, come on. Get back. Get back. I'll just open this gate up here and she'll get it. Come on. Come on. So, we're going to stack them right here in the back corner of this barn here. I think there's 70 bales. And because I'm running out of space where to put hay. So we're going to put them right in the back corner, right back there. Without driving over a lamb. And it's starting to get hot again. So I should have that done easily before the evening. Had to double up the bales a little bit in the back there because I couldn't get them all home. It's actually not bad hay, but I have a lot better hay than that to feed. But I'm thinking a lot of people will probably feed that. So I'm saving that for second cut. That's going to be took out of there, empty that out. We got 100 bales stacked in there. And we got 100 bales in here, this first section. And we got 100 bales in that section. So right now I'm going to get a cold drink for a second and get cooled off. At least it's a real good wind today anyhow. Ran out of the room, we put 50 bales right here. This is good hay. We're going to feed it up first over the fall months here. The second half of the summer we'll feed those 50 bales up. And then in the back here, we put 75 bales from the old pasture that I cut off. This is just old hay that's got the seed and stuff. It's actually probably pretty good feed to a lot of farmers, but I'm not going to feed it. So we're going to use this for baling all fall, right into Christmas probably. And there's 75 bales there. Right now the lambs are just walking there tonight. But eventually we'll probably just put a wall up across here to keep the sheep away from it. Because the next thing you know, they'll want to start climbing it. Beautiful temperature tonight. The humidity's gone. And I'm just doing night chores, so that's what happened. Like I say, we put some hay in there. We just run another room. Everything's getting filled up right now. And we probably have 150 bales of alfalfa to come off here in a couple days. That we're going to try to do it in a dry form. And I think, I'll just show you here. I think under that lean-to right there, I know I can get 80 bales underneath there, and I think I can get 50 into another shed. And then we're maxed right out for space. Everything else will have to go in plastic form, wrap form. So that's what happened today. And we're just doing chores tonight. Big buddy. Hey. Oh, there's one kid. Hi, guys. Come up. Big guy. I think that's my lamb. I think that's the best lamb we produced this year right there. I'll get a halter on him in a couple days and see if I can get him halter trained. Hey, Bob. Anyways, I better get feeding here. Oh. You can't believe how much of a relief that is after 2 weeks of extreme heat. I'm actually having a bad hair day now tonight. Anyways, I'm just enjoying the cold breeze right now. Extremely nice temperatures. So I'm just waiting till they eat the grain a little bit, and then I'm going to kick that hay in a little bit for tonight and give them a new bale in the morning. So right now it's raining. Yeah, it's 10 days to the end of July, and you swear this is the first taste of fall. I hate to say that, and people will probably think I'm a little bit nuts saying that, but yeah. It's a beautiful night out tonight. Rain, drizzling, cold, wet. I love it. And the sheep love it too. I'm just waiting for them a little bit. So these are all ewe lambs. There's a extremely good ram there. I don't know which one that is, but that's a really good ram actually. Oh, that's my guy there. There he is there. I think that could be my best ram this year, I think. He's definitely not my biggest ram, but he's right on the feet and everything, so I'm looking forward. I'm going to get a halter on that one there, a halter train it. But I don't know who this one here is. Yeah, this is actually a good ram here too. I don't know what his number is. Hey buddy, what's your number? Got real nice black heads on him. I love that a lot. So, anyways, I think I can kick the hay in right now, and they'll finish it up tonight. So I feed the ewe lambs on this side, but there's not enough space, so I have to feed some of the lambs on this side. But hopefully we start thinning some of these out. Anyways, on that note, I better kick the hay in. Well, isn't that, I hate to toot my own horn, but isn't that a beautiful crop of feed? Almost pure alfalfa. Knee high, probably 20 inches high. We just had a bad windstorm yesterday, so some of it started to blow over. It's just started to blossom. But isn't that a beautiful crop? Really. Farming is pretty hard life. A crop like this is extremely satisfying. I can't believe how good a crop, because we haven't had no rain for at least 2 weeks. But earlier we had lots of rain, and there probably was enough moisture in the ground. But alfalfa has a real deep root, so it can pick up a lot of moisture. But yeah, extremely nice. So that's my last trip. Because we're in less than 2 days, we're going to get another thunderstorm going through. So I just opened up the whole field 8 times around, and we'll rake them up double to bale them. I wanted to do this in a dry form, but it's going to be impossible to get this dry down enough. So we're going to take the outside of the field off and wrap it in a wet form, and we're going to do the center hopefully in a dry form, which I don't have too much confidence with, but we'll see how it turns one day at a time. But I can't stand this, so I'm going to go out and look at it right now. So what a beautiful crop of feed. Probably should have cut it about 10 days earlier. It might have not been quite as stemmy, but I don't think it's a problem. I think the sheep will devour it. So isn't that a beautiful stand, eh? So that's about, well, I'm a pretty tall guy, it's up to my belt. So yeah, that's probably 2 feet high for sure. Now, I don't know if you remember the story. This was direct seeded, 85% alfalfa. 85% alfalfa, the rest was grasses. It actually bent over a little bit with a windstorm last night. But that's why when I talked about that mower, I said take those little blades and make sure they're turned up. So the cutting part's going down, but the back of the blade has to go up. And it'll vacuum that grass right off the ground. And you can see how clean a job it did cutting. It picked it right up. So that's my beans, look pretty good. That's my barley, looks a little bit under stress because no water. But that's all we're going to cut today. But I just want to show you, isn't that a beautiful stand, eh? Yeah, you wonder, so much hardship with farming, but this is extremely satisfying. But we're going to quit. The rain is over on Sunday. And at Sunday, I'll make the decision to cut the whole field down. So it's just started in blossom right now. So like I said, it probably could have been cut a little bit earlier, but we didn't have a chance. It didn't work out in their program. So we just have to deal with what the situation is. But isn't that a beautiful crop of hay? This formed in 35 days since the first cut. So right now, I think it's the middle of August, middle of July. By the end of August, probably we'll cut another cut off it. And then I'm pretty confident in the 1st of October, I'll cut it again. But yeah, what a beautiful crop. Anyways, enough tooting about that. This is my last pass. I'm going to go home, see what Lynn's doing. And since we're going to get rain, I think there's a pretty good chance we're going to get rain on Saturday night, Sunday morning. Today is Friday morning. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to come in tomorrow morning and TED this to speed up the process of drying, that we can get it picked up and we don't lose it. So probably going to run a tedder. You can TED this whole field here. This is a 25 acre field. You can TED this in about 30 minutes with a tedder. Just to speed the process up, and then we'll bale it up and probably wrap it up and get it on my pile right down there. So, see the sheep are out doing a little grazing. And that's it. I'll talk to you shortly. now we're gonna test the bale for a second. Grab my tester here. Oh, gotta have 3 hands for this job. Kick out that bale of twine. So this was cut 24 hours ago. So I'm gonna set this twine in here for 1 second. You can always carry an extra spool right there. So I'm gonna say by touch it feels a little moist, but we'll see what we got here. So we're gonna press test button, and it says it's got a good battery. Actually, it's going a little over the green. I wonder if that means it's a bad battery. Probably should get a new battery in that. So we'll give it a little probe here and see what we got. Well, that's funny why that's not working. Okay, so that's I'm thinking that's a bad battery. I'm checking the battery right now, and it probably shouldn't be in the yellow. So I'm thinking this is not working. Okay, I'm into that. But by just doing the feel, I'm thinking it feels like 40% or more. So since I haven't got time to change that battery, I'm going to just keep on going. Because it's supposed to rain tonight. So I do think we have a bad battery in there. The battery's a couple years old, so what do you expect, eh? I got a battery at home, I'll just check it. But I'm not gonna stop. So. Just gonna keep going. Get her done. A little storm moving in there tonight, I guess. So we're gonna get these wrapped. I think it's about 8 o'clock right now. I got 60 bales to wrap up before dark and get them on this pile. So I'm just gonna go and get my wrapper. I always like saying that. Get my wrapper. It's like I'm a rapper. So, boy, actually, you can't smell it, but those bales ever smell nice. They must be really good, curing real nice. So, late night for me tonight. The sheep are hungry, but I want to get wrapping before dark. I can look for problems in the light better than the dark. So, this old girl here, I'll show you. This tractor's got to be easily 45 years old. And it's only had the second set of batteries in it in 45 years. Right now she's having a hard time starting. There's a little valve in behind that to turn off the hydraulic pump, and she'll fire up a little easier. So one of the faults with this tractor is, they say it's got an extra big hydraulic pump on it, and the hydraulic pump builds up pressure and stops the engine from starting. I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue in this tractor is it just wasn't designed correctly. So once that tractor starts to roll over, that hydraulic pump starts to build up pressure, and she actually shuts the engine down because the pressure is so great. So I turned off the pressure, fired right up, opened up the pressure again. A little bit of inconvenience. I think it's it's basically probably a factory fault, but I'm not a mechanic. But I have a mechanic coming in a couple of days. I'm going to ask him about that. Anyways, I'm going to load it up in some plastic and get over there and start wrapping.
So last night, Arnie managed to get all of that, the last of the first cut hay in, baled, wrapped, stacked before the rain. Because today and overnight was supposed to be a rain day. Now I know we keep saying we've had lots of thunderstorms and stuff like that, so it sounds like we've been getting a lot of rain. But right now it's raining. And it's the finest of mists. And if you look at the ground, that's what our rain warning produced overnight. The ground is like dirt, like sand. The clouds are here, and when the clouds are out there and they're threatening thunderstorms and rain, you really can't take the risk of cutting hay because it will get ruined if you have a downpour. But the amount of rain that we've actually been getting has been so minimal. I mean, we're talking amounts less than a millimeter. They wouldn't damage the hay at all as long as you had a little sunny break where you could let it dry a little bit. But that's where the delays come in, because you can never take that risk. So it makes haying very difficult. And for those of you who buy hay in and complain that you can't get good hay, that's why hay is the most difficult of crops to get right because it's all about the weather and timing. So it rained, but it wouldn't have damaged the hay anyway, but it's done. And we're happy for that, and we're moving on.
So I have a few minutes here. I'm just finishing mowing that field. I got a little strip there to finish up the way home. I just thought we'd take this opportunity to see how my crops are doing. So, got a few nasty cracks there. It's been dry here now lately. So, beans don't look too bad. They're struggling. They need moisture, but they're not doing too bad. I think they'll be okay. We'll just take a look at this corn for a second. I think the corn's struggling too with lack of moisture. Doesn't look too bad actually. A few deer flies back here. Good spraying job. So that corn's about 5 feet high right now. Got a long ways to go yet. Looks not too bad. This was the corn that was planted last, so it has the toughest challenge. Looks like we might have a shower right there. Got quite a few deer flies back here. Now we'll take this opportunity to see how my grass seed's doing. You can see all the barley heads are out. We'll just take a look in here. And I would say the color of that alfalfa is struggling. Needs water. It's all there. It just needs water. See? It needs water, that alfalfa. But the barley looks good. So I'm pretty confident we're going to cut this barley off for the grain. And as we cut it off, we'll leave the alfalfa. But right now it's too dry. The alfalfa needs water. Yeah, it's never a perfect year, eh? It's always something. So, but all the barley heads are out. You can see them. Just coming out right now. 6-row barley. But that looks like a shower right there. Oh well, it is what it is. I would talk a little longer, but there's deer and horse flies all over the place here biting me. But yeah, that corn would do a lot better if it's got some water. But you can see the corn's doing quite well. Cause you see those leaves coming up like that. So it's growing. It's still doing well. Corn looks pretty good. The beans look good too. We're just late this year, 2 weeks late with the crops. But with a good long fall in the fall, they'll do fine. So I just have to do one more pass up there, and then we're done. I left a little hay here at the corner. I'll make sure I picked it up on the way back. Boy, deer flies all over the place here.
Well, we're going to call that a day. As I'm saying farewell, you're going to hear some very distressed lamb sounds in the background, and that's Nancy. She was out in the pen, so I quickly shut the creep gate and put her in with Nicky New and those guys and Gimpy, and she's not happy. She wants to be with her mom, but she may be little, but she's old enough to be weaned. So she's been screaming all day, but she's fine. But she's noisy. Anyway, thanks for joining us. I guess we'll see you again on Friday. So please be sure to join us then. Bye for now.